Hey guys, and happy holidays. Now a few days ago up on Twitter, I asked whether you wanted me to do a top 10 Christmas movie list or a new episode of Masterclass, and the vote was pretty well split down the middle. So of course, Zach on Facebook old El Paso's me, and here we are, the first of 2 videos for the week. So, let's get started. This is my top 10 Christmas movies that have nothing to do with Christmas. Number 10, Enemy of the State. This digital age chase thriller is one of Tony Scott's collective of sweet movies he made back in the 90s. It features a post-Bad Boys Will Smith in one of his first full-on dramatic roles as he tries to evade a dodgy intelligence dude played by John Voight after he's inadvertently given a video of the murder of a politician. And keeping him one step ahead of the bad guys is a gruff Gene Hackman who plays an old spy named Brill. So what makes it a Christmas movie? Well, Will Smith's character is given the evidence while shopping for some sexy lingerie for his wife as a Christmas present. So there you go. Christmas movie. Number 9, First Blood. Arguably, this is the best performance of Sylvester Stallone's career and a fantastic movie to boot. It's the very first time we see Stallone play John Rambo, and unlike the films that followed it, this is honestly more of a drama than an action film, as Rambo isn't the invincible action man from Rambo 3. He's actually a shell-shocked war vet who just wants to find some peace. Oh, and it also features a young David Caruso being stabbed, and who can't get behind that? So, what does it have to do with Christmas? When Rambo arrives in town, there are Christmas decorations. So, it counts, damn it. Number 8, Die Hard 2, Die Harder. So how do you improve on a movie as awesome as Die Hard? The answer is, you don't. You just make a crappier retread and set it somewhere else and just hope nobody notices. Well, we did, but we don't care because this movie's still loads of fun. Switching out the Nakatomi Plaza building for an airport and Reginald Val Johnson for Dennis Franz, Die Hard 2 ups the ante on the action and the stupid. But it's hard to stay mad at a movie when it has lines like this.
Hey, Carmine, let me ask you something. What sets off the metal detectors first? The lead in your ass or the shit in your brains?
Why would shit set off a metal... never mind. So what makes this a Christmas movie? Well, just like its predecessor, it's set at Christmas for some reason. Number 7, Gremlins. This has to be on any Christmas list, doesn't it? I mean, look at Gizmo, he's so damn cute. And who doesn't love a horror comedy that has a creature microwaved until it explodes? Once again, another movie set at Christmas that really isn't about Christmas at all. It's great fun and it features the tonal shift of all tonal shifts when it throws in this classic scene of Phoebe Cates' character telling the story of how her dad died by snapping his neck coming down the chimney dressed as Santa. Awkward. Number 6, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. David Fincher's telling of the first book in the Millennium Trilogy is a brutal, compelling, and visually arresting thriller, and I actually prefer it over the previous version. It follows a disgraced journalist and his investigator aide, who happens to look like this, as they try to uncover the truth behind the 40-year-old disappearance of a wealthy family's niece. Make no mistake, this is not a movie you want to take a date to, or sit down with your parents after dinner, cause if you do, well, you're gonna have a bad time. Now I will admit, the Christmas connection here is pretty thin. Rooney Mara's character buys Daniel Craig's character a Christmas present, but when she sees him with another woman, she throws it away. Moving on. Number 5, LA Confidential. I love this movie, gang. It's like the game LA Noire, but, you know, not boring and has a good ending. Sorry, I'm still annoyed at that ending. Ugh, what a turd. Anyway, LA Confidential features 3 very different cops who find out they're all working the same case, and not everything appears as it seems in the LAPD. It also features 2 breakout performances from Russell Crowe and Guy Pearce, as well as a host of other great names. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Oh, and just like the others on the list, it's set at Christmas, but you barely know it. Number 4, Lethal Weapon. Remember back when people actually liked Mel Gibson? I do. And Lethal Weapon is one of his best. Sure, you can hear his Aussie accent pop through sometimes, but it's no worse than Sam Worthington in Avatar. His chemistry with Danny Glover set the scene for buddy cop movies to come, and who can ever forget the smiling Gary Busey as our bad guy? It's written by Shane Black, who seems to be unable to write a movie that's not set at Christmas. See? And I don't know about you, but I for one am not too old for this shit. George might be. Number 3, Bad Santa. So when it's a Christmas movie not about Christmas? When it's about 2 arsehole thieves who rip off shopping malls by offering themselves to stores as a discount store Santa and his elf. First off, this is not a movie for kids by any means. even though one of the stars is a kid. But what it is extremely funny. There's a reason I watch this on the holidays every year. It's pure gold. You've got Billy Bob Thornton and Tony Cox awesome banter, the late John Ritter and Bernie Mac's dynamite performances, and on top of all of that, you have a movie that actually has a bit of heart. So grab some sandwiches and pop this sucker on. Number 2, the Star Wars Holiday Special. Yes, technically this isn't a movie or even about Christmas, but this thing has to be seen to be believed. Substituting Christmas for Life Day, this acid trip of a TV special crams some of the weirdest things I've ever seen into its 97-minute runtime. One of the weirdest elements for me personally was right out of the gate. Chewbacca's family howling at each other for some time with not a subtitle in sight. I mean, what the hell are they saying? I don't know, and I don't think anyone else does either. If you haven't seen this, I dare you to watch it. The link is in the description. You can do what I did. Go to your office Christmas party and put it on. It lasted about 5 minutes before they put Mariah Carey back on. And number 1, Die Hard. You always knew this was coming. The greatest Christmas movie not about Christmas. John McClane versus Hans Gruber, Al Powell, Dwayne T. Robinson, that Asian dude that was a henchman in just about every movie in the 80s and 90s. It has it all! This is the movie that made Bruce Willis an action star, and for better or worse, he still is. This thing is as perfect as an action thriller can get, and set the scene for countless pretenders to follow in its footsteps. The Die Hard franchise has never been able to scale these heights again, and probably never will. But at least we got one great movie and one hilarious Sega Saturn game. So guys, that's my top 10 Christmas movies that have nothing to do with Christmas. What are some of yours? Leave them in the comments or on my Twitter. Hey, if you like me doing these top 10s, let me know what you want me to count down next. And while you're at it, why not subscribe, like and share. Happy holidays gang, and I hope you get some sweet presents, and I'll see you for a brand new masterclass in a few days.